Now in this last section here, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some additional UI modules that you can actually create using some of the other tools available to you. So the purpose of this is to show you what other UI modules are available to you, just in case you need to actually modify these aspects of the platform. And some of the modules that we've talked about are not necessarily enough to do the job, okay? So first we'll take a look at our theme contributors, okay? Now theme contributors do require that you use the Blade CLI tools instead of our NPM generators, all right? And what these do is they contain other UI resources on the platform, namely things like our menus and our panels. All right, so in the case where you need to modify the existing menus and panels or add to it, you can go ahead and create theme contributors. Now to create a theme contributor, you need to actually just create a module using the Blade CLI, and you need to identify it as an actual theme contributor in the bnd.bnd file, okay? So this is an example here of a theme contributor for the product navigation, all right? We have the theme contributor being identified, and then we have the title and the name. So the contributor type here is the product navigation control menu. So this is module development. This does require a little bit of Java knowledge as well, okay? So keep that in mind. All right, and you also have what are called context contributors. These are similar in that they are also OSGI modules, so it does require a little bit of Java knowledge, okay? And the purpose of context contributors is to essentially allow us the ability to inject certain parts of the API while keeping other parts restricted, okay? This can help us in our template development and our theme development as well. So why might you need to do this kind of thing? On the platform, there are some restricted variables to FreeMarker that allow you to get information from the database. Okay, so for example, the service locator can be found in the restricted variables for FreeMarker. And the reason for this is because you can find user information, organization information, site information, and use that information and display it, okay? Now there are many cases in which you want all of the power to be able to do that, and so you can just simply unrestrict the service locator. But there might be other cases where you want specific aspects of that API without all of the power for your template developers. So this is where something like the context contributors can come in handy, where we can inject exactly what aspect of the API we want to use in our template development, whether it be in our theme or in our platform templates, okay? So again, these do require a different set of tools, specifically the Blade CLI. They also require some OSGI and Java knowledge since they are modules. So if you are interested in these, I would definitely recommend taking a look at our documentation and maybe again, pausing the video, setting up some of those tools and getting your feet wet with developing some of these modules yourself. All right, so similarly to the theme contributors, the context contributors require a special callout, or in this case, the component annotation, in order to make the module a context contributor package, okay? So here is an example. In the class declaration, we need to add the component that calls out the property and service in order to make this a context contributor, okay? So again, just to recap here, there are a couple of other UI modules you can create. Now these are OSGI modules, but we have the theme contributors and the context contributors, both of which require the Blade CLI to create. They need to be specified in the module development. And we have our theme contributors who are going to be a group of UI resources such as the menus and the navigation, and our context contributors, which allow us to inject some of the API into our platform for template development specifically, okay? So again, if you're interested, I would definitely recommend taking a look at our documentation and trying to create some of these modules yourself. So in the last chapter, what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our attention to some of the work in progress features that we have included in Liferay, and we'll look at what is being worked on and what is available by looking at things like building JavaScript applications, what other features are available to you, and then we'll end the course by taking a look at some of the best practices for front-end development in Liferay. All right, so I'll see you guys in the next chapter.